for use in pediatric cases. High viscosity glass ionomers cements. These are produced by decreasing the glass particle size, thereby increasing the surface area that are present, increasing surface area of the glass particles, and also increasing the high amount of the powder that can be incorporated into the liquid. These generally will have high compressive strength. At the same time, they are packable and also used as core build-up material, restorative materials for primary molars, non-stress bearing areas. They are used as intermediate restorations. Now, one of the main uses of the high viscosity glass ionomers cement is they are used in atraumatic restorative treatments. In this technique, it is a preventive modality in underdeveloped countries where the electricity and the irrigation facility or pipeline facility is not good. In such situations, the dental caries is removed using the hand instruments and then sealed off using a packable material which binds to the tooth and at the same time releases the fluoride, so prevents the caries or stops the caries. And this is mostly GIC. Coming to the resin modified GIC, which is actually the hybrid ionomer, hybrid between the glass ionomer cement and composite. The glass ionomer cement consists to the glass ionomer powder. What will be? We add initiators, both light and the chemical. To the liquid, we will add the methyl methacrylate, hydroxyethyl methacrylate, and acid modified methacrylate, monomers and polymers, and both of them are mixed. The mixing time is probably around 90 seconds. The setting time is around 5 minutes. The most dominant reaction is acid-base reaction. In addition to these, light polymerization occurs, and it is known as dual cure. In areas which are inaccessible to the light, and also in deep restorations, the auto cure is also used. These are known as tri-cure mechanisms. Binds similar to that of the tooth, similar to that of conventional GIC, but amount of free polycarboxylic groups that are available for bonding to the tooth is less. Hence, a separate bonding step is required for the hybrid ionomers or resin modified glass ionomers. Due to the presence of the hydrophilic hydroxyethyl methacrylate, they tend to absorb water and expand, which may cause damage to the all ceramic restorative materials. They are used as core build-up agents, luting agents, pit and fissure sealants. They have high tensile strength and abrasive resistance. Their main use in class 5 situations where they can resist the tensile forces at the cervical areas of the tooth. They also release the fluoride in comparable amounts to that of the conventional glass ionomer cements. They are used as liners and bases, pit and fissure sealants, core build-ups, used as restorative materials, and retrograde filling of the root canal, and also as orthodontic brackets. Compomers. These are polyacid modified composites. This is done by incorporating glass particles of GIC and dehydrated polyacrylic acid molecules in the composite resins, which also consists of initiators. There are generally two types, restorative and luting. Restorative consists of water-free inorganic fillers and reactive glass particles, which is nothing but a glass ionomer glass particle, and polyacid modified monomers like hydroxyethyl methacrylate combination with carboxylic acid groups, and this also contains photoactivators. These do not have sufficient polycarboxylate groups, so that they do not bind to the tooth and therefore requires a separate bonding step. And luting agents, which consists of the powder and the liquid. The powder is aluminum fluorosilicates and initiators, and the liquid consists of the polymerizable methyl methacrylate carboxylic monomers and multifunctional acrylate monomers. This acts by setting of chemically cured, light cured, and both augment the slow acid-base reactions. They are normally indicated in class 3 and class 5 situations. Thank you very much.